Just like fire requires oxygen and fuel in order to burn, so likewise Islamic propaganda requires ignorance and naivete in order to thrive. Ignorance on the part of those who would purvey Muhammad's message, and naivete on the part of those who would receive it. Take, for example, popular Muslim apologist Yusuf Estes. He makes so many dumb comments when trying to knock down Christianity and prop up his tottering religion, all while still managing to gather a crowd eager to accept every silly comment that comes out of his mouth, that he has earned a spot on this episode of Muslim Apologists Say the Dumbest Things. Yusuf often claims to have been a Christian minister before abandoning faith in the Lord Jesus Christ in order to submit to Muhammad and his partner, Allah. As a former Christian minister, Yusuf would have heard that Christianity started in Jerusalem and from there spread to Judea, Samaria, and the uttermost parts of the world. In spite of this, Yusuf believes that Christianity started in Rome. Far more interesting than that idea, or at least far more entertaining and revealing for present purposes, is what Yusuf believes about the who, the when, and the where of Roman Catholicism.
The Catholic Church was in business about 300 years before Jesus was born. It's on their website. Don't go like this.
Boy, have I been mistaken. I guess I need to read a bit more. Tell us what really happened, Yusuf.
The Catholic Church was really started in Rome by Alexander the Great.
So, according to Yusuf, Alexander the Great went to Rome in order to establish Roman Catholicism 300 years before the coming of Jesus. And I suppose he got there in a Boeing 747. And since this was over a millennia before Muhammad spawned the religion of terror, no doubt the armor-clad, sword-wielding Alexander was able to pass through airport security with great quickness, perhaps as quickly as Muhammad could order the assassination of someone who made fun of him. Of course, these claims are completely silly. After all, everyone knows that according to the Quran, Alexander couldn't have gone to Rome to establish Roman Catholicism because he was too busy locating the place where the sun, after long work days, and no doubt in order to blow off steam, skinny dips in a pool of water. O Prophet, they ask you about Zul-Qarnayn, that is, the two-horned one, or Alexander the Great. Say, I will recite to you some of his story. Surely we established his power on earth, and we gave him the ability to do everything. So he followed away until, when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it set in a pool of water.
Whoa!
My Muslim friend, I know what you're thinking. Yusuf's useless propaganda proves that he's an incompetent critic of Christianity, and only gullible people would listen to him. But in the Quran you believe you have the word of Allah, and Allah is not guilty of these kind of blunders. Truth be told, as historically challenged as Yusuf is, Allah makes Yusuf look like a piker. For example, in the Quran we're told that one of Joseph's two prison mates was executed by Pharaoh by means of crucifixion, even though crucifixion did not exist at the time of Joseph. O my prison mates, the first of you will be restored as the chief wine butler for the king. The other one will be crucified, and birds will eat off his head. Thus is the case decided about what you ask.
Whoa!
The Quran also tells us that the Pharaoh of the time of Moses told Haman to make a fire and fashion clay bricks and then build a tower that reaches up to the heavens, in order that Pharaoh might ascend up through it and then look at the place where Moses said that his God dwells, in order to expose him as a liar. And all of this even though Haman did not exist at the time of the Pharaoh of Moses, and neither of them existed at the time of the construction of the Tower of Babel. And Pharaoh said, O chiefs, I do not know of any god for you except myself. Therefore, O Haman, fire up a large oven to make bricks from the clay for me, and build me a high tower so that I may climb up to the place where Moses, says his God is. But as far as I know, I think Musa is one of the liars.
Whoa!
The Quran also speaks of a suit of iron chainmail at the time of David, even though chainmail did not exist at that time. We bestowed grace aforetime on David from ourselves. O ye mountains, sing ye back the praises of Allah with him, and ye birds also. And we made the iron soft for him, commanding, make thou coats of mail, balancing well the rings of chain armor, and work ye righteousness. For be sure I see clearly all that ye do.
Whoa!
The Quran also speaks of an unnamed Samaritan who aided the Jews in constructing a golden calf at the time of Moses, even though the Samaritans did not exist at that time. Said he, Then know that verily in your absence, Moses, we have put thy people to a test, and the Samaritan has led them astray. They answered, We did not break our promise to thee of our own free will, but this is what happened. We were loaded with the sinful burdens of the Egyptian people's ornaments, and so we threw them into the fire, and likewise did this Samaritan cast his into it. The Samaritan made them a statue of a calf, which had a lowing sound. So they said to each other, This is your God and the God of Moses, but he has forgotten his past.
Whoa!
For a final example, the Quran speaks of Mary, the mother of Jesus, as the daughter of Imran and sister of Aaron, even though Miriam, the actual daughter of Amram and sister of Aaron, lived 14 centuries before the birth of Mary, the mother of the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember when the wife of Imran said, My Lord, I have dedicated what is in my womb entirely to your service. When she had given birth to the child, she said, O my sustainer, behold, I have given birth to a female, and I have named her Mary. And in time she, Mary, returned to her people, carrying the child with her. They said, O Mary, thou hast indeed done an amazing thing. O sister of Aaron, thy father was not a wicked man, nor was thy mother a loose woman. And Mary, daughter of Imran, whose body was chaste, therefore we breathed therein something of our spirit, and she put faith in the words of her Lord and his scriptures, and was of the obedient.
Whoa!
And so, my Muslim friends, while all of this shows that you should stop listening to Muslim apologists like Yusuf Estes in a hurry lest you be made to look as foolish as he does, I hope you won't be too hard on him. After all, Yusuf is simply imitating the practice of your God and your prophet.